Hello and welcome everyone to week 2 of the VBL-S season, the current one, season 7 I think. So last week we had a real nail-biter up against Casey and the California Colossals, and this week we have a matchup against what a few other coaches I've heard say is the best team in the league, so that's certainly a bit intimidating. So we have the first round to Alexandria, super fast, reliable tailwind setup. It's pretty good, pretty spooky. Leader King and Alola Marowak are phenomenal breakers, and then Buzzwole and Sork kind of add that breaking pressure, as well as Wishy-Washy to some extent. You have Mesprit, who's a pretty spooky setup sweeper, pretty good support Pokemon. It's a very diverse option. Lipard, spooky prankster, support mon, but it does also a pretty good foul play damage output. Boltons can be really scary with strong jaw or competitive, though that said, I have one Intimidator, so competitive isn't that likely to get up. And then Appleton can late game, and Ordino is a really solid Trick Room setter on top of the Mesprit for that Alola Marowak. So that's kind of what we were looking at. I looked at this team, and if you go to the matchup thing, we look at so they have two Fairy Resists, one of which is weak to Psychic, and then the other one is neutral Psychic and doesn't have the best SPDF, though it's not terrible by any means. 60-80 is not amazing, so it's not something I'm writing home about. So I don't. I have then the support option of the Rock Slide spamming, or Accelerock spamming, or CC in particular situations, spamming Duskrock to try and get stuff in range. Similarly, I have Electro Web on. That's meant to be Scary Face, not. I was told to make it Scary Face. I have faith. I don't know. I'm bad at mods. I should trust advice I'm given more often. I mean, I do, but yeah. Brain's just used right now. Basically, the idea is using the 3 spread move mons. I can then use the main attackers of Surfetched, Rebombi, and Latias to actually get damage out. Latias is mostly here as an Alola Marowak check. It's got the Ghost Immune Berry. If they're Shadow Bone, and if they're Poltergeist, they can't hit me with another one again. So, that's kind of the whole thought process there. I actually don't know if Poltergeist fails on Pokemon behind a sub, but I would assume so. Specifically in the context of them having no item. I would assume so. But I'd also have to have already gotten my thing popped by Shadow Bone, which is a lot of damage. And we're using, for the first time, the Spike Myth Cup, which is the no Dynamax specific format. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, I think this is, certainly Daystorm's first time off the bench. And Link's first time off the bench, so that'll be interesting. Hydro Pump gets me Okos into Nidoking and Alola Marowak, and has a chance to into Lipard, but they may well be Sash. Okay. So we're seeing that they did not bring Ordino, right? Okay. I mean, I'll definitely take no Ordino. No Ordino is definitely a thing that I'm fine with seeing. I have zero qualms whatsoever with seeing no Ordino. No Sork either. So I imagine the Sash is going to be on Lipard. I really want to lead Rebombi Lycanroc Dusk this first game. Yeah, I definitely want to lead Rebombi Lycanroc Dusk, and it's just a question of how do I think I can best follow up with that, from that. The speed tier wise, Surfetched is not looking great. Is Thundurus looking good here, and is Latias looking good here? Because Sharpedo was relatively passive. Actually, they didn't bring on Water Resist, so it's not that either. You too, friend. Yeah, Dan seems solid. I've noticed they're YouTubing a couple other leagues they're in right now, but sadly not this, sadly not VBL. But I'll still leave a link to their channel if I remember, which hopefully I should. Yeah, I really hope Maro is like... Okay, so Sharpedo, Thunderous, Latias. I don't think it's fetched, at least game 1. So I might as well do Sharpedo, because it does have the Sash. Sash is always good. And then I can do... Thunderous gives me speed control outside of Trick Room. Latias is strong. So fetched. Doesn't underspeed stuff. Importantly, doesn't underspeed Mesprit. I'm gonna go Latias last. Oh, it's the 60-second timer? Too many timers. This one confuses me. Did it change? I thought it used to just be like a big number, and then the big number counts down. My water bottle here is empty. That is unfortunate. Alright, well, my opponent does not seem to have clicked that lead yet, which is good for me, because they're the one who put the timer on. Okay. Alright, so I may lose both of my Pokemon here, but between Accelerock and Moonblast, I can KO that Taunt and stop it setting up. Tailwind. Alright, do they Earthquake? They do. Oh, okay. Sharpedo is definitely tempting. Sharpedo is definitely tempting. Okay. So, Bug Buzz and Hydro Pump should be able to get a KO here, I'm pretty sure. Revombi... what's the Pokemon called? Mesprit. Bug Buzz. Life Orb. Okay, so we'll see if they're bulky or not, and hopefully Hydro Pump connects, because it should OHKO Marowak. I guess I could go for a Taunt here, but I don't want to lose both my Pokemon. Just for the purpose of clicking a more accurate move. Okay, that is an unfortunate roll to get. That is a fortunate roll to get. They set Trick Room, they do not. Let's see what their last one is. Icy Wind KO's Mesprit from here, which is good. Alright, Moonblast and Icy Wind. So that would break any Sash that the Buzzwole possibly has, as well as getting the KO into. Okay, so let's look at level 50. Does that tell me much information about the Mesprit in terms of the fact that it lived Bug Buzz? So it has some bulk, but it's definitely fast. GG. So I feel like this lead's pretty good still. If Mesprit does have Trick Room, it could be not great. And I do need to... Oh, Lipard Nidoking is also a concerning lead matchup. But beyond that, I think it's fine to just go with the same set, and then I can adapt game 3 if need be. This really short timer is terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. My opponent was on like 30 seconds at one point. 20 seconds, even. That's crazy. Yeah, so if they change Showdown timer, I've not noticed it because I don't normally play with timer on. Because that's absolutely terrifying. But it's my opponent who's under the pump because they're the one with the disadvantage in the matchup. It's tense. But yeah, they brought a team that seems pretty good into Surfetched. Okay. I want to Moonblast the Lipard and Click Protect. Okay, we'll see if you're Sash or not now. You are Sash. Alright, and what do you go for? Earthquake, hopefully? Hopefully? I imagine they're actually going to Flare Blitz. Yeah, okay. That was basically what I expected, but that's fine. Let me just calc like rock, dusk, doubles, Marowak, Lola, rock slide, rock, no, stone plate. I just remember that one more. 72, okay. But that's an offensive ass variant. Yeah, I'm just gonna Hydro Pump and Rock Slide. Sorry, let's make this the max HP variant, the Trick Room one. That miss is unfortunate if I don't connect the Hydro Pump, but if I connect the Hydro Pump, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, that was not a whole lot of thought process from them, I think. Unfortunate. Yeah, no, I've done that before. Look, I've done it too. I've done it too. Don't worry. Okay. So I mostly just want to Hydro Pump and Rock Slide myself here, because I just want to break a potential Sash on Buzzwole. No, we know they're not Sash, but the damage in general is still pretty good. Oh, they're a Self-Est, eh? Alright, support move. Do either of the supports happen? One of the supports happen? Only one of the supports happen. Okay. Actually, Latias should be kind of fine here, right? I should protect one of these. I don't really know which one, though. It's a strong support move. Okay, do we get the flinch on the Buzzwole? Okay. Oh, they went for the other one. Oh, I lose. I'm stupid. I should have saved one of them. Okay. If Gladius has an okay matchup into their Mesprit set, it's fine. And if it doesn't, it's bad. I'm gonna Psychic. Okay. Ice Beam. I'm just gonna Draco, and if I hit, it should KO, and if I don't hit, it won't. Okay, GG. Yeah, I mean, they never lost from Drain Punching that. Sorry, never won from Drain Punching that. It all came down to, I guess, if they froze or trudged Draco, and they had to consistently get rolls. God, this timer is definitely more vicious than I remember it being. If I go to this game, it's just the one timer option. Yeah, the timer's definitely way more vicious than I remember it being. That's absolutely nuts to me. That's terrifying. Don't post replay. I'll post vid first. Yeah, okay, that was very, very intimidating series. High tempo, very high tempo. How would I have adapted game 2? I guess I don't know anything else. I could just like lead Sharpedo as well, double protect. That seems like a main adaptation. Thunderous was pretty alright into what wound up coming, though I don't know if it was better into what wound up coming in a position than I don't know if it was better in any position than my brain's dying. Than Latias was, so I think Latias wound up being a pretty decent bring. Especially because the Thunderous was like EWeb Psychic, so that Self-Est, that Self-Est was pretty reliable. Like it got a lot of HP back. I was considering Rough Skin on Sharpedo, and it would have been funny as well, but obviously Speed Boost did wind up coming into play, did it? I don't think I actually ever wound up being in to be faster than Torn, because Torn died turn 1. So the Speed Boost didn't come into play, and Rough Skin would have been better. But you know what? Sometimes you think about these things in hindsight instead of in prep. Well, like it was mentioned in prep, and especially because it like does damage to break a Lightblood Sash for Fake Out. Did I lose if they did get the T-Wave playoff? I mean, they would have had to switch out. So this T-Wave turn here. So specifically, if they switched out Marowak into something, and they got a T-Wave into one of my mons, did that ever win them the game? Which mon did they T-Wave into is the question. You're not VBL. Yeah, no, it's like it was a super tense game. My opponent was constantly under the timer, which is, you know, spooky in and of itself. Yeah, honestly, this timer is brutal. Yeah, look, thank you guys for watching. I'm glad to be 2-0. This game was literally a third of the time of my previous things, and YouTube is probably going to punish me a lot in the upload, so I feel like I should look more at the team breakdown. So I feel like they brought a comp that wasn't as strong as like a Trick Room variant of the comp could have been. So Ordinal was a mon I was super scared for. It's the reason that I was close combat on Duskrock over Psychic Fangs. Psychic Fangs being able to hit the Nidoking. And Sulk. But CC also does hit Sulk. Psychic Fangs also would have given me more consistent damage output into Boss Ball. Look, support damage is not as strong as straight up damage. It's the downslide to Rock Slide. Obviously, if I'd had like a Stone Edge as well. I don't think Accelerock. Did Accelerock ever outdamage Rock Slide? I'm actually completely unsure. No. No, it didn't. Okay, cool. I just wanted to check that I wasn't like misplaying by going for the Rock Slide there. Look, I got one flinch. It's 51% chance to flinch if both of your moves hit. So one flinch between 4 possible flinch procs is below odds, right? You flip a coin 4 times, it's slightly weighted to go heads. You get heads one of those times. I was slightly disadvantaged in terms of my outcome, but I don't feel too bad for it. It was a very useful support move. And I think this really just encapsulates it. Even when the damage numbers are pretty good, support options are really what, you know, sort of makes the day about moves like Rock Slide. The support there, getting stuff in range, not as relevant. Actually, I missed the back tip there. But it was pretty good for the Mesprit. I don't know what the Mesprit like calcs are there. Latias Double Dance. That is certainly not what I expected the set to be. Why would you do max attack if you're agility, calm mind? I guess you 0 no roost. Okay, it's pretty good odds with that. Yeah, I don't know what the role is in terms of their thing. They ever revealed an item on Mesprit. Maybe it was Mental Herb? I wonder where the Citrus Barrier was, and I also wonder why they didn't bring Nidoking, because Nidoking's pretty spooky. Yeah, Sharpedo was a pretty good bring to Nidoking. I'm really glad to have brought Sharpedo. Originally it was Quillfish, and I was suggested to change it to Sharpedo. The Quillfish was also, like, just max speed focus sash, but Sharpedo being reliably faster than Nidoking is pretty good. Intimidate would have been nice, but certainly not game winning. And Sharpedo did wind up being game winning. Very proud of it. Link, you've done great. You know, this is it's like I'm trying to remember. Was he Lewis or Clark? And I still can't remember. I still can't remember. I think he was Clark. You know, it's that performance all over again. It was great. He did really good. I'm sad to Storm not get the field, but they just brought a team that had pretty decent matchup into Surfetch. It would have been able to do stuff, but it was just a question of was it ever going to be better at doing that stuff than Latias was, because they didn't wind up bringing a team that was focused around speed control. They didn't really bring a team that I relied on speed control against, because my ones themselves were just faster. So being able to disrupt their speed control was more important than getting speed control myself. The easiest way that I can disrupt their speed control apparently was just them having Marowak out when they click Thunderwave. I mean, that's also why I have Scary Face on Thunderous, was so that I could get around Prankster. Prankster not working. Sorry, so I get around... Obviously, it still is Prankster. So I can get around Lightning Rod on Marowak. Because if I run Thunderwave, it's similar, but it also has the Parrot chance, but then it also just, like, doesn't work. Um, and yes, I am fighting a bit hard. Yeah, so what we didn't see, Wishy-Washy is super annoying into my team, but it's definitely not the worst. I mean, I didn't bring a good water resist this game. No, I did. I had Lagos. And like, if they were like Muddy Water, Ice Beam, I reckon Sharpedo probably could live 2 Muddy Waters. Wishy-Washy, School, Sharpedo. So that's like single target into -F, which I was not. So if they were running the single target move, they would have been able to. I don't remember what the -B1 is, but if they were running a red water move, they wouldn't have been able to. And if it's Hydro Pump, it's not reliable. So like Ice Beam, like an Ice Beam Skull variant, it does get pretty annoyed by this. And also Taunt does go a long way to helping me stopping them set up Trick Room, to the point that like their way to set up Trick Room is Lipod +1, and Lipod +1 is just not that reliable. But look, I thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we'll be able to continue this win streak on through the rest of this season. It's really fun going up against what is a pretty well-respected team, and I do have a good bit of respect for it myself, though I don't know if I'd go as far as some of the people who think it's the best team in the league. It's definitely intimidating, and I'm certainly glad to have gotten one up on it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week. And don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and I am supposed to check who I'm playing next week so I can tell you guys. Actually, let's look at the standings. Let's see how I am doing on the grand scale at this point. For one thing, I need to. That's not even the right set. I don't remember this guy's team name off the top of my head. Oh yeah, the Alexandria Arcanines. It's pretty good team. Pretty wide. There's a lot of threatening mons there. I don't know if Appleton necessarily made sense against me, but it is a mon, and everything else made at least some sense against me, I believe. So if we look at the schedule, we see that the week 3 schedule is against the Cincy Mincies. All right, once again, James, the coach of the Cincy Mincies, is the person who I'm calling for is going to win the season, and I honestly do have faith. I do have faith in them winning the season. So we will definitely see that. And then in terms of kill leaders, do I have a kill leader yet? There's Rebombi with 3 kills. It's not the strongest. It killed both of these games though, right? Did it? No, it didn't get a kill in game 2 because it hit into a sash. Game 1, it killed the Nido King. It killed the Taunt. I don't think it killed the Whack or the Mesprit though, right? You killed the Whack, and you killed the Mesprit, so I only got 2 more kills. You know, I'm not doing great at getting a kill lead. I'm getting too many of my mons doing good work, you know. And then Thunderous at 2 kills, he got none. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do super great in the kill leader charts, and I hope that you guys will forgive me for that. But standings overall, I think we're doing alright. In the Aegislash division, I don't know why it's called that, but it is. 1-on-1 with 2. This doesn't. I don't know what my KD ratio is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week, and I hope YouTube doesn't punish me too much for this video being under half an hour.